Hello, everybody. Welcome to our webinar. This is the UDE webinar, Growing Your Business with High Pressure Processing, HPP. My name is Waldemar Hiller. I'm Head of Sales at UDE, and I will be your moderator today. And in this webinar, we will try to provide useful information regarding innovations with food products using the 6,000 bar high pressure processing. And with me are Jasna Ivanovic, our food technologist, Boris Brockhaus, product manager for our HPP machines. And Boris, as you can see, he's joining us from our workshop where we have a 6,000 bar 350 liter machine in the background where we do the tolling of food product. And last but not least, Clemens Holler from the German Institute of Food Technology in Quakenbrück here in Germany. So maybe we do a short introduction round. Jasna, if you would start.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. It's great to have you today with us. I'm Jasna Ivanovic in HPP Team UDE. I'm in charge for development of HPP applications and products and all activities related to it. We hear each other later.
Okay. And Boris, if you would follow.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our seminar. My name is Boris Brockhaus. I'm the product manager of the HPP machines, so responsible for the machines and also for the development of the machines. It's great to have you here with our seminar. I've seen all over the world the people are joining from Australia, over Korea to the US. So looking forward for a nice session.
Okay, and Clemens.
My name is Clemens Holler. I'm working for DAL, the German Institute of Food Technologies. I'm in charge of the head of the director's office, and I'm also working for the state initiative LE Food in Lower Saxony. And here I'm responsible for startups and the topic entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very well. Thanks very much. So format of the show is that we will have presentations, questions, and discussions. So during the presentations, you can post your questions and we will check them and then read them out for discussion. Also, we have prepared some polls that you can answer. We have a look at the polls while we are presenting, and I will publish the first poll, which is a very simple one, just asking you whether you have worked with HPP before or not, to understand what kind of background you have. So then let's start. First one will be Boris Brockhaus with an overview of HPP technology. Boris, please, stage is yours, and just let me load your presentation. Here you go.
Thank you, Waldemar. So I would like to tell you a little bit about HPP and about the business of HPP. First, I would like to start and tell a little bit about our company. So we are UDE High Pressure Technologies. We belonging to ThyssenKrupp. We doing here high pressure equipment. All components, high pressure components built in our company. So we're doing engineering, we're doing manufacturing, and we're doing the service for these parts. We're doing parts up to 14,000 bar, and we have 90 years of experience in high pressure technologies. We're doing equipment for the low density polyethylene plants. We're doing equipment for urea and fertilizer plants. As well, we also have turnkey solutions like supercritical extraction, for example, also in the food industry. Of course, we're doing the high pressure processing machines, but we're also doing components for water jet cutting. That means we making the pumps, the high pressure pumps, which are very similar to the HPP pumps. And of course, we're doing the service and the inspection of all our equipment. So the HPP process is very simple. You have your product. The product is packed in the final packaging, will be loaded into the machine. The machine will be then flooded with water, and we apply a pressure of 6,000 bar on it. 6,000 bar is roughly the weight of 2 jumbo jets on the surface of a smartphone. In a holding time of roughly 3 minutes, we have an inactivation of the pathogens inside of our product. And the good thing is the nutrition, the color, the taste, and the vitamins will survive. After it, we release the pressure and the product comes out and is ready for the market. So this process has some advantages. One of them is I'm in the final packaging. So there is no contamination during the filling process. Everything inside my packaging is pasteurized. It's a non-chemical process. It's only physics. You put pressure on it and you have not to add any chemical agent. It's a non-thermal process, so there is no heat and the product remains fresh. No changing in color, texture, or taste. It's also a sustainable process, so only drinkable water is needed. You will not produce any wastewater with your process. It's also an efficient process when it comes to seafood, so a high productivity when you're looking in lobster shucking or oyster shucking. And you have the option for development of new products which was before not in the market, available with a longer shelf life. So what does it mean for you as a customer? You can think about new products. That could be maybe a juice or a puree made from a natural resource without adding any chemicals. It could be also a juice or puree with the original taste. So for example, a vegetable drink or a fresh pressed pineapple juice. So it's completely different, fresh pressed with HPP as compared to heat treatment. You can also think about a detox drink or fruit puree like guacamole cream. Another advantage is the increasing of quantity. Because of the longer shelf life, you can have new customers. So by new distribution channels, because the product is longer in shelf life. You can produce a product inside of your company, you can store it inside of your company, and you bring it out when the customers request your product. So you can use online shops, you can use social media, and also international supply is possible. Think about safety of your product. Due to HPP, your product is free from pathogens, so there will be no recalls. You will not have any risk with your product in the market. And the reduction of energy. Some products has to be freezed. This can be avoided with HPP. Only cool chain is necessary. There are also some processes where you have to boil, cool, heat, and cool down your product, which is also not longer necessary with HPP. It's more economy. So we can support, if you have a new product, we can make with you together a test phase, a development with the recipe, also have a look in the packaging, compression, flexibility, sealing of your product. We can help you with the modification phase, and then later on with the market check. So a test product with small batches. And this is what we are doing together with the DIL, with universities, and of course with UDE in the HPP Competence Center. Jasna will give you a little bit more information about the competence we have behind that. So another way is you have made already a product and you would like to use HPP on your product. So there will be normally two choices. You go with an own machine. Of course, we can support with that. So we have small machines for startups, a 55 liter. We have a medium capacity. We have very efficient machines, 350 liter, or we have also large machines, 700 liter in a modular system. Or you go the other way, which means tolling service. In that case, you don't have to invest in your own machine. This is, of course, mostly used for small batches and a lower capacity. But you don't need your space, you don't need strong concrete, and this will be not in your production because other people will take care about that. So we can take care about that, because with our center, we can do up to 26 tons per day. And this is very easy. You just send us your products. We load these products inside of our baskets. Then we process these products. And then we store this product in our large cooling room, ready for pickup. So this was a short overview about HPP, what we are doing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks very much, Boris. And I checked the results on our first poll, which says 2/3 of the participants here have already used HPP in the past. So, which means that take care, guys. We are having here a professional audience. Not so many newcomers. Questions to Boris. I saw one question in the chat that was regarding food products, vegetarian food products for baby food. Boris or Jasna or Clemens, any of you who has some ideas on that, please respond.
Yeah, I already gave a short response. I will show some baby food products later, vegan baby food products in corresponding packages. So we come on that later.
Yeah. Okay, excellent. So yes, actually in Jasna's presentation, she will showcase some really hot products to give you ideas what is already there on the market. So we keep the best for later. Okay, if there are no other questions to Boris, then I will load the next presentation, and we will continue with Clemens, who will give us background information how the German Institute of Food Technology, how the German Institute of Food Technology can support especially startups or also any other companies who want to look at the HPP technology for their business. Please, Clemens.
Welcome everybody to my presentation about how you can grow your business with HPP. And in the next 10 minutes, I will tell you something how young entrepreneurs and startups can grow their business. And I will tell you something about some tools, our location and infrastructure, the network around on our campus, the services we have, and some programs for small, medium enterprises and startups. So which programs I can apply to get some grants or some loans. So the German Institute of Food Technology is in the center of Europe. You see it's between London and Paris, or the northwest of Germany. We are 1.5 hours away from the North Sea, and it's a very it's like a rural area, but it's a very a small tiny town in Quakenbrück. And here we have our food science campus, and we develop it very strategically. And we have the aim that we develop on our campus sustainable technology for healthy and safe food. And for this, we create an infrastructure where scientists with a vision can either publish in some maybe in Science and Nature, and also that they can work on their own vision. For this, the institute was founded in 1983, so more than 30 years ago. And in 2015, the Business Innovation Park was built up in the direct neighborhood to the institute. And the state initiative of Lower Saxony, the headquarter, came to us in 2019, and 2020 the HPP Service Center of Germany will open their facility in the direct neighborhood. Here you see the campus map, and we have here some possibilities for events for up to 200 people. We have an own workshop, mechanical engineering workshop where we build up machinery, an accredited lab, some also we do science and pet food. We have an innovation hub, food physics center, and a big workshop for food production where we can where we do our science projects in science and business, and we also offer there some toll processing. And so far, 250 people are working on this campus on 9,000 square meters. On our campus, we have some influences, or we showed in this on this slide. We have the influence from the biomass production. So we have raw materials which come in our food systems, and we have the food processing to get an added value, and the health and well-being of the people. And this triggers us to make some projects, and our core competences are here in food safety and authenticity, the food structure and the food processing, and also the sustainability. So we analyze if the process is more sustainable or more efficient than the process which is state of the art. The state initiative in Lower Saxony, Ali Food, has also some fields where they focus on, let's say, healthy nutrition, the entrepreneurship, digitalization, sustainability, and the food processing. And they are organizing a lot of workshops. They try to bring the network together to talk to the small, medium enterprises or the companies in the food field, where are possibilities for technology transfer and to bring science and industry together. We are part of the network EIT Food. This is the biggest network or the biggest program in food science in Europe. Here, 400 million will be spent by the European Union in this program. And with the, due to the programs, there's a chance to bring more than 1.6 billion euro in the food system. And they focus on education, innovation, business creation, and to support to support students through some programs, to bring some innovation programs or create some innovation programs, and to support startups with their programs. So more than 10,000 people should be educated, more than 200 programs should be created, and more than 350 startups should be supported. And the aim is that we get more and more sustainable food system, and that we get more trust in the food value chain. So this is why it's framed by a communication frame. On the campus, there's a business innovation park. So the project should not end when the research project is finished. So here we have the chance that a team which worked on the project can rent an office or a workshop downstairs and create a new business on it. And or other teams who want to work with us very close, that they have the chance to rent an office in the direct neighborhood. This year we built up the innovation hub in the center of our campus. It's like a small garage, maybe very close, but it's that has a good impact on our campus. So here we have people who are the whole day available. If someone has an idea, that they can talk to each other, chat to each other, and bring the idea on the road. And from our services and businesses we offer, we have show you 4 different possibilities. It's the product development. So in our scientists help you to find the right recipes, or if you have your own recipe, sometimes you need some help for the right formulation or the preparation. If you want to do the scale up, you make a small scale testing for the machines which you need for the preparing. So sometimes customers come to us which started in their own kitchen, and then we tell them something about the new machinery or the available machinery. We have the analytics and microbiology, for example, for the challenge test. So how long is your product stable? The chemistry for the nutritional values and the declaration, and the food physics, so the physical properties of the food. And this is very helpful if you want a product which should have a shelf life of several months. And we have a consumer science department. Here we have an internal panel from our scientists or the experts from our institute. And we have an external consumer panel. It's called Food Sense, in cooperation with the University of Applied Science in Osnabrück. There are more than 1,000 people in this consumer panel. And here you can also test the product, get some feedback how they like it, and so that you get some data before you bring it into the market. And last not by least, we have the sustainability assessment, so we can also assess your product or the packaging which you want to use. Now I want to tell you something about some programs which are available in Europe, in Germany, or in Lower Saxony. And if you want to start your business at our campus, we have the Seedbed Incubators and EAT Food Program. So this will help you by the market discovery. It starts every year, and here you have the chance to get some market insights. You get a mentor, and also a budget of 10,000 euro to cover all your costs. And we have the Make It. This is a makeathon. Here we have a 2-day workshop and also some mentoring afterwards. Here you can test new products or develop new products. In Germany, there is the Exist Founder Scholarship. So if you have an technology you want to develop and HPP is part of it, you can apply for it. And in Lower Saxony, this is the department in Germany, or the state in Germany, where we are located. The last 2 years, there popped up a lot of new programs for young entrepreneurs. And here we have the Founder Scholarship. So if you want to focus on your idea, you have the chance to get a grant for more than one year. Then we have the MicroStarter in Lower Saxony. This is a loan of 25,000 euro. We have the Lower Saxony Founders Loan. This can go up to 600,000 euro for if you have a high-tech technology. The promotion of innovation in small, medium enterprises and craft. Here you get a grant from up to 40% if you set up your business or if you invest in infrastructure. And in this year, or by the end of this year, there will be also some innovation grants for small, medium enterprises that they get a grant to test their idea or to test their product. So there are plenty of chances to get some support by the different partners. So that was it from my side, and we would like to help you to bring your product into the market.
Yeah, thanks very much, Clemens. This sounds like paradise for startups in Quakenbrück. So the people are there, the expertise, and also help to get funding and space to build up the company. Perfect. Sounds really good. If there are questions for Clemens, don't be shy. Please post them or write them in the chat as you like. Maybe in the meantime, I'll have a check on the other polls that I posted. First one asked which products you believe could be most successful in 5 years' time. Ready meals, they look promising in the audience opinion, and vegan alternatives to meat and milk products, also hot topic. And the next, take this one here, which in your opinion are the most striking USPs of the HPP products. Number one is the shelf life extension, and okay, then also chemical-free product, fresh-like taste, and so on. Maybe we get some more votes on those polls after Jasna's presentation, because this is a food technology-oriented presentation. So if there are no questions for Clemens, then we proceed with Jasna Ivanovic. And okay, you load your presentation yourself. Here you go, Jasna, please.
I'm trying to go, but okay. Maybe you should do it. Ah, okay, there it goes. Okay. Once when you decide yourself to implement HPP and contacting us about that, we go together through the different scenarios, and I would like to show us several most frequent ones. First of all, we discuss about your product, whether it is suitable at all for HPP treatment. So HPP is foreseen for the moisturized products in order to achieve efficiency in microbiological preservation. And unfortunately, this methodology is not suitable for preservation of food that contains a lot of air entrapped because of high compressibility of gases. These products will be completely smashed. The most often scenario we have is a startup company or a company coming up with a new product, a very delicate product, which is a great candidate for HPP, and sometimes it's necessary a little bit to work together on finding a right solution for a packaging to suit requirements for the HPP treatment, or sometimes it's we need to maybe a little bit improve recipe in order to achieve longer shelf life in combination with HPP. So we are doing tests in our HPP Service Center, Germany, and in collaboration with the German Institute for Food Technology, DIL, where we have different possibilities to test, to do storage and challenging tests, to test chemical, physical properties of the food. And when we get to the acceptable solution, then you are very welcome to proceed further with commercial HPP of your product and setting it to the market. We, of course, welcome you to join us free of charge in joint promoting of your product and our technology, and to work together on further development of your products. So if you are in better position and you already have a well-proven product and a package for HPP, there are two possibilities. If you have, of course, sufficient volume production and you are interested in having your own machinery, then we put you in contact with our engineers, and they will instruct you further on installation of the equipment, on maintenance, and its service. On the other hand, if you want to proceed further with HPP, we can offer you HPP tolling services in our HPP Service Center Germany, where you also have two possibilities later. When you achieve critical volume production, of course, you can just address to us with further details about machinery, or we can just continue to support you in your HPP of your product and joint marketing and research and development activities. If you are also a company or institute, university, which has an idea about new HPP application, you are very welcome to contact us. We are taking part in research projects and aiming to develop more application for this technology and more added value product. And after that, we can proceed together with the testing for charges and bringing the product to the market. So now I would like just to show you several examples of the unique selling proposition which was given to certain branches with introducing of HPP. For juices and beverage sector, as most of you already may know, is with HPP, beverages are getting extremely longer shelf life with minimal processing, without any heat and chemicals, and with all preserved nutrients. Thanks to that, today HPP is used not only to preserve fruit and vegetable smoothies and juices, but also nut milks, energy drinks, probiotic drinks, and even drinkable meals. And the shelf life is up to the several months, from 1 to several months, depending on the, of course, recipe. Niche applications like preservation of avocado products, whole avocado chunks, or guacamole paste were actually the reason why HPP is so popular today, because these products are not possible to be preserved with any other method. From avocado products, HPP application spread up very quickly, and now it's used also for hummus, salsa, garlic paste, and really breakthrough of HPP in the baby food sector is also thanks to the amazing results which are achieved in this area, while the shelf life of these delicate products can be prolonged up to the 1.5 months. One of you also asked about possibility to combine fruit purees with cereals and nut milk and some vegan milk alternatives. Yes, that's possible. We are doing a lot of research also with these kind of products, and so far we achieved 30 days. Without HPP, these products can last really barely 1 day. When it comes to meat sector, of course, having in mind that in 21st century people still die out of listeria, and having HPP as in your production line is of course a great advantage, because you are eliminate risk of listeria, and not just listeria. There are also many evidences of efficiency of HPP in removing salmonella, eliminating salmonella, E. coli, campylobacter, all these pathogens that are really giving headache, not to say additional costs to meat producers. Because of that, also there are some emerging applications in meat industry today. Also, some big names in meat industry like Cargill are also using HPP to preserve also raw meat for restaurants, like marinated meat or minced meats is possible. There are also some emerging applications in meat industry aiming to decrease salt and fat, namely HPP meat. Fresh meat is discolored due to the protein alteration after the processing. So this discolored meat can be used as optical replacement of fat. Deal has a patent on it, and I think this kind of applications will get really into the focus with just Nutri-Score. I don't know how it's in your country. Let us know. But in Germany, this is very hot topic in the last days, and very big big companies in different sectors decide themselves to introduce Nutri-Score levels. So I believe this kind of application will just get there 5 minutes very soon. Ready-to-eat meat and HPP. Yeah, that gives really great results when it comes to the shelf life prolongation, along with this preserving nutritional value and without pre-cooked taste. And we are doing a lot of research last days with fresh pasta, and also we have customers who are using HPP to preserve homemade and healthy dishes up to the 2 months. So I don't know, but most of you already know that HPP is approved intervention for removing elimination of listeria in ready-to-eat meats, in ready-to-eat meals and meats, and it's really efficient in that way. So when it comes to fishery, today, thanks to the HPP, it's possible to open several tons of oysters or extract meat of the lobster in a couple minutes. And that's not the only thing. HPP is also effective to most of the pathogens present in seafood. And therefore, today we have also some emerging applications like preservation of HPP preservation of ready-to-eat fish products, or like unsalted cod, or HPP cold smoked salmon. That's also not the only thing. With HPP, also meat of the oyster after opening looks better, more voluminous, juicier, because the water holding capacity is much better than with cooking, and the yield is almost 2 times higher. Yeah, in meat industry, although HPP of milk was the oldest actually application of this technology, commercial application of HPP in dairy sector is getting its own 5 minutes in the last years, because thanks to the protein alteration and the phase transition of the fats, today you can use HPP not just to preserve meat products, but also to improve technological properties of the milk and to improve its texture, color, to preserve nutrients. And we are also taking at the moment part in an international project on decreasing allergenicity with HPP in milk products. So that's of course not the end. Today we have plenty of innovation with HPP and creating new products like a tofu without heat, like surimi paste without using heat. And also we have some emerging markets that's like I already saw according to your voting in the polls, most of you have interest in vegan alternatives of meat. Yes, that's a very popular today because with HP you get 2-in-1 preservation and possibility to change a texture, to improve texture of your products. Of course, raw, the other very popular category in the last years is also raw food for pets, and there are already HPP products on the market. The idea is to allow also the pets who have big immune system feeding with a raw and safe food. So I hope you got some idea. It's a very short time we have at the moment, but if you figure out something a little bit later, you can really contact me. So I will just give contacts in the chat.
Okay, yeah, thanks very much, Jasna. Wonderful presentation. Personally, I like yours best because lots of ideas and makes one, fantasize about future products and business models. I like that. So one question from the audience that I read is about combining MAP packing and HPP. Are there synergetic effects? Does it work at all? What's about that, MAP and HPP?
Okay, first of all, it works. It's possible. Yeah, we also have with our machinery, we also have possibility to control release of the gases after pressurization, and in order to preserve package. And there can be also synergetic effects in regard to shelf life prolongation.
Okay, excellent.
According to our experience.
Boris, since you are just in front of the machine, when we have MAP packages at the machine, anything special you have to do?
No, it's completely automatic system. So it has to be checked a little bit because of the amount of gas which is inside. But after these checks, we have a recipe. The recipe will be loaded into the machine, and the user has nothing to do, just starting the recipe, starting the cycle, and after it, we have a successful product and also successful packaging.
So that means that the recipe takes care of the different decompression control and so on that you need for MAP, right?
That's
because
right.
it is a special technology for
That's
MAP.
right. So we have the standard cycle, 6,000 bar, 3 minutes, let's say, and then we release the pressure up to a certain point, and from that point we are able to release the pressure in a very controlled way. So we can control the pressure rate, we can control the pressure speed release, and we can also introduce holding times. Of course, this will increase the cycle time a bit, but this has to be tested on each product and each gas amount. And in the end, you will have the optimum of cycle time and also on packaging surviving. But one point is made to say, of course, it works, it's wonderful. It has also a long shelf life of this hurdle technology. You just have to consider in terms of filling degree, because you're also processing air inside of the vessel.
Yeah, that's right.
That should be considered.
Yeah. Jasna, you know most about this webinar software. Can we overrun a few minutes, or are we shut off sharp in 2 minutes time?
We are not shut at the moment, so we can just prolong 2-3 minutes if there are some more questions.
That's good, because we are getting some interesting questions in here. So next one is from Gaurav. He wants to know about the application of foods with a low pH 55 to 7.5. How much shelf life can be achieved in this category? And also, Clemens, when you know something, please unmute and jump in. So it's not all for Jasna, you know.
Yeah, it's possible. There are some recent evidences of, for example, also coconut water, which has really high pH value, and it's possible to achieve more than a month, I think month and a half. So it depends on the product. It depends on your production conditions, because if you're already conducting a HACCP plan, HPP is just reinforcement, so it's possible. It's just a question how much.
Okay, then maybe very quickly about differences between HPP and PEF for liquids. Who wants to pick up that one? PEF is this pulsed electric field, HPP is the high pressure process.
Yeah.
You have to unmute, Jasna, before you speak.
Yeah, it really depends. There are advantages and disadvantages. Okay, here we speak only about liquid application because PF is only for liquid. You can check the shelf life. There is a small deviation. It's maybe more better on the HPP side, but you can also check for the amount you can process with this, or the output you can process. Then it's more on the PF side. If you have a look in the heat, who will be injected inside of the product, it's maybe more on the HPP side, sorry, on the PEF side, because it's hotter than the HPP. So there are really points you have to consider. It really depends on the product itself.
Yeah, so pros and cons, and each case has to be taken individually. Very good. And then there's something on frozen products. Is there something for in between frozen and packaged salads in the supermarket that we could undertake to aid in shelf life? The question from Sanjana Laubangiza.
Okay, we don't use HPP for the frozen products. Basically, we use it for cooled products, and after HPP, we keep it as a cooled product. So I don't know, we didn't try with frozen. So
yeah,
I really didn't understand the question. Is there some benefits of using HPP with just ready salads?
I would suggest to contact directly Jasna afterwards for difficult questions. You need more close interaction between the two.
Yeah, because for salad, the most important is just to eliminate listeria most of the time, because especially if you have combination of salad and meat. So. Yeah.
Then there is one simple one that I would like to pick up myself about the maximum headspace in packaging. Please go to our website. We have a YouTube list on our HPP lab, things that we just tried with the machine that you see behind Boris. We tried various headspaces in packaging, and you will see that headspace is not really a problem in HPP. This you can find in YouTube. When you Google ThyssenKrupp HPP, you find those videos. Okay, we're coming to an end. I'll have a look at the polls. So I have here another one, of course. How useful was this webinar to you? We received 4-star rating. That's not too bad for our first webinar. Congratulations to the team already a little bit. Then again, on this most successful products in the future, the ready meals are taking the lead. I would also bet on ready meals. Laziness is growing, and it's just so convenient to have a organic food that you can just quickly warm up or whatever, and that sounds really interesting. And the vegan alternatives, these are the two strong ones. And then when we look here at the poll about the interest in HPP, then is also nice because half of the people, Clemens, they are like for you, starting your own business with premium food. So maybe they need support from the deal on entrepreneurship and setting up business. And there are also quite a few people who would be interested in trading HPP equipment, I suppose, in trading our HPP machines. So please also direct contact after the show. And regarding the USPs, yes, it's still shelf life extension, fresh-like taste, and the overall appearance of the food product. So I would say, let's see if something more happened here in the chat. Okay, that was you. Thanks very much. Then I would say thank you, everyone, for joining us. Really appreciate your presence today. Also, special thanks to Clemens for supporting us on today's show. And please, all of you, hook up with us on LinkedIn, Google us, and find us through the ThyssenKrupp homepage. And please stay tuned with us as we plan to produce more webinars on specific HPP food development topics. Thanks very much, and bye-bye for today. Bye.
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 Jasna, you have the big button to shut us down.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.